This is Furman Park, which is a park in my neighborhood that has a few Pokemon spawns, but it's never been anything special. Yesterday, as I was passing by, I noticed an Ammonite on the sightings list, and that's something I've never seen here at this park before. So it got me curious. We were already on our way to another nest, so I didn't have time to stop and check it out, but today I'm here to investigate. At the end of yesterday's episode, I briefly mentioned that Niantic added more nests with the most recent migration. So it's possible that Furman Park has become an Ammonite nest. I mean, I think this pretty much confirms it. Ammonite cluster spawn here at the park where I've never seen Ammonite before. So before I run out of time, I'm just gonna catch both of these. That's one. And two. Two Ammonites and Pokestop for good measure. Now, this thing kind of looks like an Ammonite shell, right? I just felt something vibrate. Cassie says it's an Ammonite, but my eggs are hatching, so let's do this.
Is it 10K or 5K?
Tentacool! Ooh, I wonder if this one's better than the one I hatched yesterday. I don't think it is. Nope. Who else? Oh, there is an Ammonite there. Just try to catch it with Go Plus. Hopefully that works out. Meowth. Feeling for vibrations. Got it. Got the Ammonite. Alright. That's a Meowth. Ammonite was caught. And another one just spawned. So definitely a nest here at Furman Park. Downy, we finally got a nest. Come check it out. Cubone, okay. Paris, okay. I do like Parasect. I would like to have more with Bug Bite and Solar Beam. I'm just gonna try to catch this one with Go Plus too. Sandshrew. I'm still looking for a Sandslash with the moves that I want. Did I get this one? What? I don't know. Something else is vibrating. Is this one worth evolving? Yes. Hopefully I can get the Sandslash that I'm looking for. Ammonite ran away. Bummer. Alright, that's the eggs. That's an Ammonite nest. We're gonna continue on, not all the eggs. We're gonna continue on to get some breakfast at one of my favorite spots in Downey. And they really don't speak much English here, so I have to practice my Spanish every time I go in. But best juice in Downey, I think. Way cheaper than any juice bar. Look at this, $5.50. This would cost like 10 bucks at a hipster juice bar. We're gonna take our food to the park and set up there, see if we can catch some Ammonites while we eat. This park used to be so dead, to quote Cassie. But right now, there's a Venomoth right here under this gazebo with us. There's also a Dugtrio on the sightings, and as we've confirmed already, it's now an Ammonite nest.
Oh, there's a...
What?
Nothing.
Oh. So I'm sure a lot of you have probably noticed that more spawn points have been added and that rarer and evolved Pokemon are now spawning more commonly. Venomoth, for example, here, the Dugtrio also on sightings. And it seems like, in my opinion, what has happened is places where people were playing Pokemon Go regularly since launch have been upgraded. We know that Pokemon spawns are based on cellular activity. As for nests, this park was pretty popular when the game first came out. There weren't a ton of crazy spawns here, but at night there were a lot of groups of people just walking around playing the game. There's only 2 Pokestops and 1 gym, but I spent a lot of time here. People had lure modules going on here all the time. So this was a pretty popular park for playing Pokemon Go at the beginning. There's another Ammonite. And my advice to start, if you want to look for new nests in your area, check parks or public places where a lot of people were congregating to play Pokemon Go. They might have become nests with the update. Okay, got that one. Pretty decent transfer. I'm still waiting for a good Ammonite to evolve. Hopefully, now that I have this nest here, I can just come out here at night, maybe when I'm exporting videos or something, and just try to get a good Ammonite, because I haven't been able to hatch one from an egg yet. Now, aside from just checking popular Pokemon hotspots for nests, there's something you can do that might give you a better chance of finding new nests. But for that, we're gonna head back to the lab. Before we talk about that, I wanna make sure I report this new Ammonite nest on the Silph Road. So here we go. I can see that someone has already submitted a report. Someone submitted a report that they saw a cluster spawn here, so I'm gonna add my report to that. I did see a cluster spawn of Ammonites as well. Cluster spawn near playground. Submit. So there it is. If you're in Downey, make sure to check out the new nest. Now, let's talk about how you can find potential new nests in your area. A Redditor named N. Mitchell has created a query for OpenStreetMaps that looks for possible areas for nests. OpenStreetMaps, if you're not familiar, is like an open source version of Google Maps. Think of it like Wikipedia for maps. People can contribute data, and places on the map have tags that specify what type of land it is or what the land is used for. And the Pokemon Go research community has noticed that there seem to be some correlations between certain tags on OpenStreetMaps and nest locations. So N. Mitchell has created this query that looks at OpenStreetMaps and highlights areas that are tagged with some of these common nest tags. So what you can do is input your location and scan it, and it'll highlight areas that could potentially be nests. So let's take a look at how it works. On the left side here, you have the query. This is basically the script that's running. On the right side, you have the map. So what you want to do is search for your location. Here's Downey here, and I've positioned it like this because it covers 3 known nests. To scan the area, come up here to the top left and click Run. And you can see that the script highlights certain areas. So here, this small green square is the new Ammonite nest that we just discovered. Here, this area with the circles in it is Ford Park. This is the Oddish nest that was formerly a Bulbasaur nest. And this big one here with a ton of circles in it is Southgate Park, which is currently a Charmander nest. Now I should say right now that not every highlighted area is going to be a nest, but using this tool will give you a good idea where to start your search. I would suggest starting with the bigger ones that have circles in them. Each of these circles represents a specific tag. So you can see here, this one's tagged leisure pitch, meaning a soccer field or a football field. So here at Southgate Park, there are a lot of sports fields, and you can see that they're tagged all over the park. Same thing here with Ford Park. There's a lot of soccer pitch tags and baseball field tags. Now I've said before, if you want to look for nests in your area, start with parks that have sports fields, soccer pitch, baseball field, because a lot of the nests that I've been to, I've noticed, are popular sports parks. Now obviously, the new nest here at Furman Park does not have any pitch or field tags, but Northwest Downey Little League does play their games there, so there are baseball fields there, and people do play sports there. Now down here in the corner, there's another small park with a couple tags for baseball, And this park is actually a smaller nest that I've been to previously. If you remember from one episode, I ran into a guy named Miguel who let me know that there was a Bellsprout nest here at this park. It didn't spawn things as frequently as other nests, but it's definitely a frequent spawn area for Bellsprout. I don't know what it's changed to since the last migration, but again, that's another example of a confirmed nest highlighted here on OpenStreetMaps. Now, it's unlikely that Niantic actually uses OpenStreetMaps to determine where to place parks because, you know, they came from the team that created Google Maps, so more than likely they're using some sort of Google Maps data, but there's been a strong correlation between this OpenStreetMaps data and nest locations. So again, you won't definitely find a nest at each of these highlighted locations, but it's a good place to start your hunt. There are also 2 golf courses highlighted here, and a lot of people have noticed nests at golf courses. This one I know is a part of the same nest as Ford Park. When it was a Bulbasaur nest, that Bulbasaur nest extended over here into the golf course, but we're no longer allowed to play there because it's considered trespassing if you go onto the golf course to play Pokemon Go. This golf course, I'm not sure if it's a nest, but I think we can stop by and check it out. And Hollydale Park here, I'm not sure if it's been reported as a nest previously, but I'd like to go investigate to see if it's been updated since the last migration. So that's the OpenStreetMaps query, and again, huge shout out to N. Mitchell for creating that. It's going to be a pretty useful tool, I think. So go ahead, check it out. I'll link to that in the description, and let me know if you find any new nests using this tool. Now, I'm going to go check out some of the areas here to see if anything else has become a nest around Downey. This is stop number 1, Los Amigos Golf Course. There's signs up everywhere that say no trespassing, so I'm just going to look at sightings, and it seems like Staryu is really the only thing out of place that could possibly be a nest Pokemon here. So I'm going to head to the Silph Road and see if anyone's reported this as a Staryu nest. No reports here at Los Amigos. Doesn't necessarily mean it's not a nest, but because there's no trespassing signs posted everywhere, I'm gonna say don't bother coming here to play Pokemon Go. Stop number 2, Hollydale Park. And so far, it looks pretty barren. There's a lone Rhyhorn on the sightings, but to be honest, this park itself is pretty barren. Like, not a whole lot going on here. So I wouldn't be surprised if this isn't a nest because really it seems like nothing happens here. Although I do see, looks like there's some people over there, some kind of activity, so we'll head down that way and see what's going on. As we're walking down towards the activity over here, I want to talk about one thing. Every time I mention the Silph Road Nest Atlas, there's one question that comes up more than any other, and that's, is there an option to see all the nests around you? And the answer is right now, no. You have to look at a specific species to see if there's any nests for that species in the area. But my friends at the Silph Road have let us know that they are working on a new version of the Nest Atlas that'll do exactly that. Down here at this end of the park, there's actually some stuff going on. It looks like a lot of soccer practice. Now, they're not official fields, but there are more Pokemon around here. Growlithe is fairly common in this area. Machop, pretty common too. Ekans, definitely common. Seal seems a little bit out of place, but the riverbed is right over there. You can see water on the map. I think the only potential nests really are Seal or Machop, so we're gonna walk around a little bit and see if we find anything. And then I'll also check the Silph Road for reports on Growlithe, Machop, and Seal. We'll start with Growlithe. There are a couple unconfirmed reports here. On September 1st, someone suspected it was a nest. What's that other one? See if I can zoom in and get that. Okay, they're both the same report. It's both the same person on September 1st suspecting this was a nest. So September 1st, that's before the last migration. It's not likely that that's the case here. What else do we want to check? Seal. Looks like no seal reports around here. Doesn't mean it's not a nest, but I haven't seen one pop up yet.
Ooh, I just...
What?
No, I just got my Pokemon with good IVs.
Really?
Yeah.
The one that you caught today?
Yeah.
How come I didn't get one with good IVs? Is that the one that got away from me? That one had 659 CP that escaped from me. And if it's that one with good IVs, I'm gonna be a little bit upset with my Go Plus. Anyway, it looks like no seal reports here either. Doesn't mean it's not a seal nest. It could have become a seal nest recently, but I still haven't felt any notifications from Go Plus. No Pokemon popping up yet. The last one I want to check is Machop, or Machop, right? It's looking like no Machop reports either. So I don't think this is going to be a nest. Oh well, we tried. Cassie has a 10K hatching. Let's see what it is.
What happened?
Did you hit it with 2 fingers?
No, I only hit it with 1. What?
Go to your journal?
What was that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a 10K one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Electabuzz.
Electabuzz, but how come it came out with a favorite star already?
I don't know.
That's so weird. Okay, appraise it.
Why?
Oh, not perfect.
Almost perfect. But why? Who favored it?
Yeah, that's really weird. I don't know. That Electabuzz hatched with a favorite star already. I thought maybe it like had perfect IVs and the game was letting her know, but it does have close to perfect. HP and defense are both 15, but I don't know. Electabuzz hatched from the egg, no animation, came out favorited. I don't know what that's all about. I just went to the bathroom over there, and it seems like all the Pokemon are spawning right in that area, by the bathroom, by the handball courts. Rhyhorn, Seal, Geodude, we're all right there. But I also ran into my new friend, Hector, who told me that this is actually a Growlithe spawn area, frequent spawn area, and that he has 4 Arcanines just from coming to this park. So we're not seeing many today, but it's possible that this is a frequent spawn area, although at a pretty low rate. Although looking on the map now, I do see another seal on sightings, so I'm curious. Oh, it just disappeared. I wonder if it's back by the bathrooms. Ah, Seal's back. Seal's back. It could be a Growlithe nest, like Hector says. It could be a seal nest, because this is the second seal that I've seen now. No other water types, even though there is water right over there. The park is pretty big and spread out, so it might be hard to track down frequent spawns to actually determine whether or not this is a nest, but the 2 seals kind of makes me wonder, because like I said, body of water, sort of over there, no other water types spawning. I'm not gonna say anything for sure, but if you're in the area, come check it out, Hollydale Park. Let me know if you find a lot of Growlithes or a lot of seals. A Pokemon spawning, my egg is hatching. I didn't see what it was. But this is a 10K, it's an Eevee. That's a good Eevee. That'll become an Umbreon or an Espeon, and that's the Graveler. Great. So helpful. Oh, it escaped. I missed. Maybe try a Raspberry, because I have over 100 of them. And I'm getting low on Pokeballs, which is not good. I'm really gonna run out of Great Balls on this Graveler. What's the point? I'm too far in. Excellent. I better get it on that. Got it. Okay, let's see if it was worth it. Really strong. I don't know. It's okay. Rock Throw, Stone Edge. Okay, so I'm not mad at that. It's an 819 CP Pokemon with 2 rock type moves that both benefit from stab, so that could actually be useful in battle against fire, against flying, and against ice. Not bad. Alright, we're back in the car. That's going to be it for new nests. We did find 1 new nest for sure today, and it's possible that this park here, Hollydale Park, could be a nest. So if you get the chance, come check it out. Let me know what you find. And also, check out that OpenStreetMaps query to see if you can find any potential nest locations near you. And again, let me know either in the comments or on Twitter if you find any new nests. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. According to the reports on Reddit, it seems like nests have changed randomly this time. With previous nest migrations, Pokemon in a specific nest generally change to the same nest afterwards, meaning every Machop nest changed to a Bellsprout nest, for example. With this migration, that's not the case.